waste it when it can have a very positive impact.
You never want a serious crisis to go to waste.
The way we're going to win over the long term is not just militarily. We've got to win over hearts and minds. And what that means is we've got to invest in countries that have no educational infrastructure and have no means for young people to get ahead. We've got to give them a stake in creating the kind of world order that I think all of us would like to see.
Stay tuned for politics and religion.
Another snowstorm? Whatever happened to global warming? Now, those are not my words. That comes from Time magazine, of all places, just actually published today on the internet. As the blizzard-bound residents of the mid-Atlantic region get ready to dig themselves out of the third major storm of the season, they may stop to wonder two things. Why haven't we bothered to invest in a snowblower? And also, what happened to climate change? Well, you're not going to believe the answer. Guess why? They're saying in this article that we're having unprecedented blizzards along the east coast of the United States of America. Can you guess why? Are you ready? I'm having a hard time keeping a straight face here. Guess what their reason is? You're not going to believe it. Global warming. They say that's the reason we're having these blizzards and these unprecedented snowstorms. I mean, while the snow is falling right during this program out on the East Coast, they are presently breaking the old record for the amount of snowfall in any given year, as way back to when records started being kept. They're supposed to pass today in many locations along the East Coast the all-time record for snowfall. Now, the old record was set back in, 1870 or something like that. So here's my question. Now, they're explaining that when the temperatures rise, that there's more moisture in the air. When it gets really cold, there's not as much moisture, so you don't have as much snow. But when temperatures rise, there's more moisture in the air. Now, are you buying that? If you are, then I've got a question for you. The records that are being broken today were set back in 1870 or something like that. So what was causing global warming back then when they had so much snowfall? Ladies and gentlemen, somebody's got to say it. I guess it might as well be me. The emperor has no clothes. Global warming is a hoax, pure and simple. There is no such thing as man-made global warming. Now, does that mean that temperatures have not gone up and then down and then up and then down throughout history? Well, of course they have. We have records a while back. It was very, very warm in the first part of the 20th century. And then the temperatures began to decline until major publications, such as Time magazine, stated that we were probably entering into a new ice age. That was back in 1975. They were warning us. The ice age is coming. Everything's going to freeze to death. The planet's going to become uninhabitable. Those same people, the very, very, very same people are now saying global warming is a catastrophe. All the ice caps are going to melt. We're all going to drown. And the earth will again become uninhabitable. You know, God was taking care of this world before you and I got here, and he will be taking care of it after you and I are gone. The arrogance of man to think we can change the climate. Come on a minute. What arrogance. We can't even forecast the weather for next week accurately, let alone say, well, 300 years from now or 3,000 years from now, the computer models say this. And you know all the computer models have been wrong because they don't control the weather. Furthermore, it's garbage in and garbage out. Now, I'm only bringing this up for one reason, and that is that the global planners, and that very phrase scares me to death, the global planners are telling us that global warming mandates that we must bring in a one world government. Now, they don't care about global warming. If they did, Al Gore would use no more electricity than you do, but he uses 20 times as much as you do. Oh, by the way, I opened up the internet this morning to see a little article. Senator Jim DeMint twitters, D.C. snow will continue until Al Gore cries uncle. Well, we're having a little fun. Oh, by the way, Senator Inhofe is building the igloo in his backyard in Washington, D.C., just to send another message. And the sign out front says, honk if you believe in global warming. Anyway, that's what's going on today around the world, and God is having a little fun. In 1998, the nations of the world voted to establish a permanent world court. This court can try any person in the world without the interference of that person's government. This world court is now steadily increasing.